Hello fellow YouTubers, viewers, and subscribers, and everybody who ever hits the like button on my videos. Thank you very much for that. We are going to be doing countdown cooking. My name is John Grouber, and I am your host for this series of, well, cooking. So let me tell you a little bit about countdown cooking. I am going to be trying to beat the clock and make delicious gourmet side dishes. I'll call them side hustles because I really like that term, and I know it means something else, but these are side hustles. These are sides that you can make if you accidentally forgot to create a side dish for a wonderful meal that you have created. So if you roasted a chicken, made roast beef, or a pork tenderloin, and you are now stuck with, oh, what do I make on the side? This is for you. These recipes are going to be your answer. So let's get started.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? It's time for the final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Let me tell you what I've decided to make. Now, as I had mentioned in our intro that I wanted something that goes good with everything that we make. So roast pork, roast beef, roast pork tenderloin, even sauteed chicken breasts, I don't care, chicken nuggets, whatever you are making for your family, this makes a perfect side. Now, what we're going to be making is a toasted herbed couscous. Now, couscous is a very popular Moroccan, definitely like Northern African starchy side. So this works with just about everything. I'm making it a little bit savory. So we're going to be able to make it with anything that we offer. Now you can make couscous plain. You can just go ahead, boil up some water, add this, some salt, butter, whatever, and call it done. But again, I'm going to zhuzh it up a little bit and add a little bit of color and other ingredients. Now, this is all stuff that you should have in your pantry. Some salt, maybe the couscous if you have it in your pantry, butter, because I love cooking with butter, but you can also use extra virgin olive oil. I have some diced onion here. I'm using a red onion just because that's what I had in my fridge. A few frozen peas. I love frozen peas as a snack, so I keep that on hand. And again, the bag of frozen peas can keep going back in the fridge. You can only take out, or you can take out what you are going to use. I'm also going to use some oregano here. This is dried oregano, nothing special, nothing fancy. You can use any herb that you want in this. Also in this pot here, I have 1 cup of chicken stock. I'm going to be boiling that up while I'm toasting the couscous, so it'll all come together at the same time. Then you let it rest. This particular recipe should maybe take a total of 18 minutes. I know I said TikTok, mother YouTubers, this is going to be a quick recipe, and well, in the cooking world, believe it or not, at home, this is kind of quick. So let's get started. I'm going to toast the couscous in a pan over medium-high heat while the broth is boiling. Now, as you see, I have the lid. I don't know how many times I have to tell you, put the lid on when you're bringing anything up to a boil, because it speeds up the boiling process. Yes, it does. It'll also save you some energy, so if you like to be kind on your budget, that's the way to do it. Let's head over to the stove, and I'm going to get this rolling for you. Well, I put the pot on to bring to a boil with that lid. Believe it or not, it started to bring it to the boil as soon as I hit play, so I am boiled, ready to go. I've got butter in the pan that I'm melting down on medium-high heat. Now I am going to be adding my veg here. I have the onion, and this is just going to soften. This isn't going to toast as I'm toasting up the couscous, and then I'm going to be adding the peas. Give that a little stir in the butter here. Now you can use a larger pan, that'll give a faster toast. I am going to tell you that I've already kind of made a mistake as far as speed goes, but we are going to bring this up a little higher, add the couscous and toast it. So I can just add the couscous, and again, when you're looking for a brown color, I am going to maybe recommend that you don't use such a small pan because it's going to take a little bit longer to toast. So as you can see, I do have a nice toast. I'm going to see if I can get that close to the camera. If you can see over the steam, I have a gorgeous color coming up through the couscous. Now, I suffered from small pot syndrome, and you know what? It didn't matter. The couscous toasted up beautifully, and it's ready to go into our already steaming, boiling broth right here. Going to turn off the heat, and I'm going to now place the toasted couscous. Now I'm right-handed, so you won't see it go in the pot, but I'm going to put the toasted couscous in to my boiling liquid here. Get it all. Don't want these little beads of pasta just running around in my kitchen because they hurt if you step on them when they're still hard. So I've got that into the pot, and now I'm just going to do one more thing. I'm going to add just a pinch of salt from the salt cellar, and now my Italian seasoning. It doesn't have to be much, and we're going to just remove it from the heats, throw a lid on it, let it steam up. That'll take roughly, I would say maybe that's the 10 minutes. Everything else took 8 or so. So this is 18 minutes, I think. Well, my friends, that didn't go exactly as planned. As I used a smaller pot, or in a smaller pan, I ended up going to a larger pot for the broth, and then also a larger, or it took a little longer to toast. However, it didn't add many more than about 4 minutes to the entire recipe. So did I beat the clock? No, I didn't beat the clock because I estimated 12 minutes. It took me 18. However, what I did have the ability to do while waiting for the couscous to then finally steam in the broth was to do up with all the dishes, like wash all the dishes and clean up. As you can see, I'm now cleaning the back, and I then started to carve and plate the ham that I have made for this particular meal. Now, I will probably throw on some sort of veg because I do like a lot of vegetables, but I know I threw some in here too. So let's just open this up. You're just going to fluff it up with a spoon or a fork, and then be sure to get this all over your countertop and all over your kitchen, because couscous has a tendency to do that. It just seems to make a mess. And so it's not just a pile of couscous here, it's toasted. There's multiple layers of beautiful color, almost looks multigrain in color, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. And then the peas stand out. The onion did not necessarily retain its color, wasn't expecting it to. You can always add some more diced onion on top, diced shallot. You can add anything into this particular recipe, but doesn't that look amazing? And I made space again on the plate for my veg. So I am going to post the generic recipe down below, and that doesn't include peas or onion. But it does include pretty much the entire process of it, so that's going to be down in the description or the comments. Pin the comments so it stays on top. Hopefully you enjoyed this recipe, and TikTok mother YouTubers, let's get started, let's get cooking.